Back at it on the Monday Adam Deal, Charles, Ashley, and we just went through some of the high school sports, some of the college sports. We were just talking about the San Francisco 49ers looking like trash last night. Is that wrong for me to go that far?
No,
they didn't look good,
on.
right? They
carry
didn't
on.
look good.
No,
Colin
they
Kaepernick didn't look good. Frank Gore, that's one of my fantasy guys, has let me down. Didn't look good. He's not running the football. What's going on?
No.
Why can't they run the
He
football?
didn't let you down. It's what they're doing now. They get out of what they're doing well. They run the ball. They're a running team, okay? Mm-hmm. Then they say, oh, well, now we're down, so we got to pass. Not necessarily. You can still run the ball and set up the play-action fake, which was gold for them. No pun intended. Gold for the Niners.
No pun intended, huh?
But I don't know, man. But more impressive, did you see Denver's defense flying around?
Yeah, DeMarcus Ware, he looked really good. Yeah, their defense.
They made Kaepernick look bad.
The Broncos' run defense is great, too. I mean, I don't know how many yards they gave up rushing, but it wasn't a lot against the Niners. Niners can never really get anything going.
You know what helps out? TJ Ward. When you have a safety who is great at run defense, he's coming down, helping the lineman, linebacker stop that run, that's a big acquisition for them. And Talib, another pick last night. So Denver, everyone was worried about that defense. The defense is doing what they need to do. If you look at the scores lately.
I need to stop you right there.
Timeout.
Timeout. Okay. Timeout. You were going on too long.
No.
No. It's all good. The Niners look terrible. Now we want to talk about in this timeout, Charles, the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Because of what Peyton Manning did, passing that gentleman right there for the most touchdown passes of all time at 509, and then, of course, 5010, then a little bit later to Demaryius Thomas. Listen, I'm one of these guys that thinks you can't measure a quarterback on just purely Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And so I do think then Peyton Manning is the top quarterback of all time. Now, I think Peyton Manning, he still has a career, right? He still has a chance to get a Super Bowl. If he can claim one more Super Bowl here at the end of his career, I think there's no doubt about it. He's above Elway, and I actually got in a Twitter argument the other night with some buddies of mine.
I thought you said I'm the one that's getting out of control on Twitter.
Some buddies of mine, where they were saying that John Elway's the best Bronco of all time, and I'm like, there's no way that Peyton Manning's not better than John Elway, because Peyton Manning is.
Time out. Peyton Manning is probably the greatest quarterback, but you can't say he's the greatest Bronco because
that's right.
No, Elway's been there longer, man.
So what?
What is going on around here? John Elway.
Was it you that I was arguing with?
No, John Elway was with the Broncos. He gave them their first championship after all those Super Bowl losses. Peyton Manning came over.
I'm not looking at it as who had the best career as a Bronco, who was just the best Bronco to put on a Bronco uniform. And
John Elway Steakhouse.
John
Elway is up in the lounge being the
I'm just saying, who's
the
better?
director of
this
operations.
is how I'm looking at it. Who's better, Peyton Manning or John Elway?
Peyton Manning.
Okay, that's how I'm.
But he's not the greatest Bronco.
He's
the greatest Colt.
He's the greatest to put on a Bronco uniform just because he didn't have his whole career there. That's what I'm saying.
He has to be vested somehow. He needs more years.
I disagree. I'm going to go Peyton Manning.
Okay, so how you feel about this argument? Who's the greatest 49er?
Okay.
Because I got Joe Montana. Where is he? There you go. Big Game Joe.
Big Game Joe.
Is he better than Steve Young? But better yet, he's considered one of the greatest, and you rarely, even within
he's better than Steve Young. That's ridiculous.
But even within the Frisco organization, they debate this.
No, they shouldn't. That's not even a debate.
They debate this.
Well, they should.
They debate this.
Joe Montana. Now the question stirs is I'm taking Manning. Okay.
You're taking
Montana's. Yes, Joe Montana's obviously. No, I'm saying I'm taking Manning over Elway. Oh. Are you taking Steve Young? No, you're not.
No, I'm taking.
Okay, so Joe Montana. So where's Peyton Manning rank between Joe Montana, Brett Favre? Do you have Peyton Manning above him, below them? Where do you have him? Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. I was just about to say. Now we got Tom Brady.
Okay.
Sitting there with rings, good-looking wife.
3 of them. He's been to 5 Super
boots.
Bowls. Joe Montana's got 4 for 4 in the Super Bowl.
I can't go with just rings.
I know,
but it plays a big factor because it shows your leadership. It shows you can lead your team to the promised land and get those wins. So I'm going to go Peyton Manning 1.
You're going to go Peyton Manning 1?
Montana 2.
I love it. I thought we were going to argue this. I'm going to go Peyton Manning 1, too.
Favre is last. He's my 5th. No, Favre and Elway can battle it out for that.
Favre was my most favorite quarterback to watch.
I like Brett Favre.
There's no doubt about it.
Brett Favre was the toughest quarterback.
Yes, he was. Okay, so we'll agree. We have Peyton Manning as the best. You tell us who you think your best is.
Or you think we just caught up in a moment?
uSportsCentral.
We could be caught up in a moment.
Are you serious, Joe Montana?